channel, my channel, my content. My channel, my content. My channel, my content.
Happy Monday. So we'll go here just so I don't forget. I'm getting the hang of it again. Welcome to Mutation Creations, my channel, my content. Huge shout out, Kevin at Sugar Skull Serpents. And he's not slacking on the back. Look at that, baby. Awesome. So yeah, I figured I might as well start, since I'm not doing many YouTube videos lately. We got a lot of incubators. Yeah, we got a lot of incubators in the eggs. A lot of eggs in the incubator. So, we'll start doing some egg cutting soon. We will be getting some other content up, Austin and I. Right now, I've been doing a lot, and I've, revamping and doing a bunch of stuff and adding to Patreon. So, between everything that's going on here, I haven't really put much content up. So I have a few people asking, it's like, hey man, only the live stream? I'm right now, yes, but we will have some clutch cutting. Eggs are piling up. We just had 2 more laid today. So soon. And while I'm yapping away, let me just check to see if you can even hear and see me. Let's just double check. So let me just see. Give me a thumbs up. Yes. Or I'm just yapping here to myself. No one's listening, but I'm pretty sure we're good. So, but I'd rather just make sure. Thanks, Paul. Loud and clear. Awesome. Perfect. Awesome. Thanks, everyone. Awesome. So now let's go to the top. Let's see. So before I do anything else, number 1, Brian, Boop and Snoots, reptiles in the house. Number 1. Number 2, H&B Exotic Reptiles. What's up? And number 3, look at this. Capital City Ball Pythons. What's up, peeps? And Paul, usually number 1. Came in 4th. But still, glad you're all here. Michael Duval, close 5th. We got James Beemore, Exotics, S&K in the house. Shannon, like always. Let's see. Dwight, the Pie Man. Game of Odds. My man, Fred. Not only Fred, there's Ed. What time is it in the Netherlands? 1 a.m. He's a trooper, man. And yesterday, he didn't tap out. He was on our live on Patreon last night until 3 in the morning. Awesome, man. Love all the support. And appreciate all you guys. So, before I start getting into things, I'm going to go and at the banner, I'm going to go and then here, Husbandry Pro, shabam, and rock and roll. So, any questions, comments, topics, put them in the chat and I will get to them, I promise. Oh, look at this. First clutch of the season is here and waiting for them to leave the eggs. Awesome. We had 2. I think one's still laying, so we always leave them either later in the day or first thing in the morning. What's up, Billy in chat from Eric's Morph Factory. David from Join Reptiles. Happy Monday, everyone. Pythonosaur, what's going on, my man? Holly's in the house. Texoma. Casey, look at that. Evening chat, evening Billy. And he's saying all of his hellos. Great pickup. He picked up an animal. So great pickup. Constricting Creations. How you doing, guys? Hope all is well. Fellow Canadians. Seth from Navarre Beach Ball says, congrats, B-Ball. Look at that. Congratulating people. I love it. I love people supporting. And whoa, look who it is. E-Town. What's going on? Hope everyone's having a great Monday. My man Chad from Richie's Recessives. Happy Monday, all you reptile freaks. Yeah, coming from the biggest freak, Mr. EAD himself, Chad. But yeah, we are all reptile freaks, definitely. Some are just a little bit more freakier than others. Let me just put it like that. Another Canadian in the house. Canadians, sorry. Alex and Sab. Ultimate. I was going to say ultimate. Yeah. Unlimited balls. 219 tags. Perfect. Picture perfect. GG Serpents. Evening all, touch number 2. Just hit the incubator. It's been a great day in the snake room. Rooms today. Locks and eggs. Can't ask for no, you can't. You can't. Eggs, hatchlings. When you feed, they all eat. Perfect sheds. Doesn't always happen, but hey, when it does, man, you gotta feel the you gotta feel the love. Appreciate it. My man Craig from Bash Coder, killing it on the Instagram reels. Love it. Love it. Virgil. Hey, chat. Yo, Billy. Hope everyone had a great day. Right back at you. Tammy from True Grit Reptiles. Happy Monday. Adam from Benevolent in the house. Batter Up Balls. Rob from Barnes Family Pies. We got your... Hello, Billy. We got our first clutch yesterday. Awesome stuff. It's that time of season, right? They're going to, first time, your first babies, you're going to hit stuff. A lot of people's, like even us, we've had, I think, 8 or 9 clutches that we've cut. Nothing crazy. Some of them are small clutches. We just did it. We did a few Instagram lives, but nothing really, YouTube video worthy, so we haven't really done it, but it's coming. We're going to probably have 150 clutches or so that we're going to cut online. So, on YouTube. So they're coming. Just be patient. My man, Eddie's in the house. He'll be here tomorrow. We'll see you then. Sammy, Bull Python. Oh, great show last week, I think, on Wednesday. Yeah, on Holly's channel. Thanks, man. Yeah, he did a lot of show and telling. I think, a few hour segment went to like 4.5 hour segment, but it was great. Cisco Snakes, happy Monday. Melinda from Cuddle Time. Picking up Missouri Field Mice. Good stuff. Cal's Reptiles in the house. Joe from Mercy. What's going on? Macklemore, 1776 Exotics. Oh, Greg from Rippin' Reptiles. How you doing? He says, what's good, everyone? Let's see. Just a dream. Hey, everyone. What's going on? Peace and blessings. Hope everyone's having a great start to their week. Awesome. Look at that. So much love in the place. Love it. Look at this. Edge of Panic. What's going on, my man? Solos Animals Balls. What's up in the chat? We got Cisco. Oh my God, just got my first clutch in the incubator yesterday. Awesome stuff. I love it. And it never gets old, man. Like, that feeling you have when you got more coming and you do this and it's look forward to more and better stuff and keep growing your projects. Just keeps getting better, man. It really does. Who else we got? Aileen in the house. Grizzly Bear. Forward Motion Reptiles. I just saw your ugly mug the other day on Insta. Some roast of Paul. It wasn't really a roast. No one really roasted Paul. We should actually do a good roast with Paul. Get it done, do it right. Thanks for popping in, my man. Erica Hyatt's in the house. Exotic A1 Pets, peace and blessings. Awesome. Erica says it's midnight here in the UK. Well, I thank you for putting, some effort into staying up late to watch us or myself or chat or just network and hopefully, I love the love and support. Oh, look at this guy, Tyler Blanchard. What is going on? Looking great as always. Thanks, bro. Trying, man. It's this stuff. This stuff. It's funny because these are all XLs, okay? And I mean, I'm swimming in these things. Look, like I'm literally swimming in these now. I've lost so much weight. I mean, I still got a little bit, but my love handles are gone. You know, even Austin, I go to put on these XLs, and before they were tight. You know, man, it's awesome. So feeling good, so much energy, off all the caffeine and the sugar and the monsters. Unicity, baby, I love it. Losing weight, feeling great. But wise guys in the house, straight blast. Hope you're all having a good Monday. So much positivity here. I love it. So much positivity. There must be a rant or some shit coming. It's too much awesomeness. Frank from Locked and Loaded. What's going on? Keith Hall in the house. Zivs, what's going on? Crystal, what you saying? What's going on? What the fuck? Just got back from Canada this morning. You didn't come see me. What's going on there, brother? What's going on? What part of Canada were you in? And there's Robert. Hopping in to say good evening. Still at work, so I'll have to catch the replay. Thanks for popping in and when you can, and I appreciate it. And if not, the wifey will give you the rundown. Robert Wade. Hey, Billy. How's it going, everyone? Grizzly Bear says, new project in motion. Just paired yesterday. Asphalt spot notes. Het DG times Yellow Belly Stranger DG. Oh, wow. So spot no Stranger, freeway DGs. That's the banger right there. But even you know, Stranger freeway, spot nose freeway DGs. I mean, you know, I don't have Stranger in my freeway yet. I do have Stranger asphalt. I do have Stranger yellow belly. I just haven't put them together. But good luck on that. Timeless Morphs, what's going on? Hope all is well with the fam and Otto. Keith of Hack says, hey, been a while since I've caught Olivia. You caught Olivia. You don't want to catch Olivia. It sounds like something the doctor can't give you medication for. Shit, you got Olivia? I'm sorry, man. We can't. We have nothing to help you with Olivia. So catching it alive. I gotta be silly. It's just in my nature. People are like, "Oh, Billy, come on." But hey, you know, you don't know what you get with this old fuck. Aileen says, from Minnesota, just found your channel. You didn't find it just recently because I've seen you commenting, I believe, last week. Or, yeah, because you've left a couple comments, which is great. I appreciate it. Been watching all your videos. I love your energy and all your snakes are so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for such the compliment on both. Some people don't like my energy. It's too much. I'm hyperactive. I have so much passion. I love what I do. I get heated, as you can tell in some rants. If you're binge watching, you're going to run into an occasional rant. I tell you how I feel, my beliefs, you know, and all that other good stuff. So hope you enjoy it. Wise Guy says, good Macomorph, how y'all doing? Even Chad's asking how Big Man Auto's doing. Awesome. Cuddle time. I love it. There's been a few other people that have started it. And so far, I've had great, you know, feedback. So it's done wonders for me. I wish I started it earlier. Like I said, I'm still eating what I want. I'm still having like snacks in between and you know, I'm not like so strict, but you know, I'm not eating past like 8, 9 o'clock at night, and my first meal's noon. So I'm getting at like a 14 to 16 hour fast in. I feel more energy. I love this. You know, I have one of these in the morning and I have one like now, or if I wasn't doing it the live, I would have probably cracked one of these at 3 or 4 in the afternoon. But there's nothing wrong with even having, my buddy has 3 or 4 of these, but he works harder than I do. Not every day though. So I work hard and I work every day. He takes, you know, he works his ass off and then he'll take like, you know, 3-4 days off. Can't do that, man. Not with my live animals. And I love being around here. And, you know, the only time I take off is if I'm doing other reptile shit and I'm not here. I'm on vacation or something like that. But that's not too often. Let's see. What? Otto's doing amazing. Thank God. That's awesome. Just had double eye surgery. Man, he is a trooper. I mean, wow. One day I am going to shake that little man's hand or give him a fucking high five or whatever. I mean, I can't wait to actually meet him. He is a trooper and awesome. Awesome to see. Let's see. Riding with Randolph. What's going on? Long time no see. I just saw you last night on the live. Glad you made it. Let's see. Have you had a season that goes 2 to 3 months later previously? No. I mean, I breed all year round. So I'm always having stuff. Just there's more of a busier part where I get more females going. Like right now, I've got a lot of females. I mean, I've got probably 40 some odd gravid females. We're pairing like 100 or so, and we're just getting into it. So usually my females are pretty good, like, you know, on the year, like 11 to 13 months, 11, 12, 13 months from when they laid last year. So, but I can look because everything we do is on Husbandry Pro. So I can actually go in and I can go check. Last year she laid, this year she laid, and actually see how far off they are. But I remember on a live, maybe about 4 months ago, when we were sitting and Drake was behind us and Austin was there. I think he went on and he was like, oh my God, like this one actually to the day, a year later, or one was a week after or a couple of days later. We're usually pretty close to a year, but I'm sure there's snakes that you know go early or go a little later than the actual 12-month mark. Nathan says, what's up? Pura Vida Python says, good evening. So Robert says, hey, Eileen. I just went just over in WI. Wisconsin? WI? Wisconsin. I'm going to go with Wisconsin over here. It's easy to binge Billy's videos. Thank you. Morph Mafia, what's up? James says you guys still doing Pokemon cards? I know everyone's not everyone's a fan, but I am. Awesome. I haven't bought any of the new stuff. I'm trying to fill some of my sets that I've had. You know, XY Evolution from 2016. I'm actually getting the entire set in PSA 10. So I'm close. So things like that. And then I'll go on to something else. A lot of the other stuff that I did, there's been such a big boost. I ended up putting a lot in auction and swapping it off. So, you know, definitely doing well from when I bought and when I sold. So reinvesting it into other things. But definitely still a fan, and it's definitely going to keep continuing some of the I guess sets and things that I want to collect myself. Massey, what's going on? What is going on? Exotic World of Geckos. Just picked up some Pictus geckos. Panther, aka Panther geckos. Awesome stuff. Forward motion, my man says, we got 3 clutches that should drop next week. Sick. Put our first clutch on April 27th. Gained a ton of info from you, Billy. Pastel Spectre Clown times Trojan Trick Red Stripe Cypress Leopard Heck Clown. So sick. Super excited. Wow. So everything's going to be visual clown or 100% het. And you got a lot of cool fucking combos that are going to come out of that. So good luck, man. That's awesome. And I appreciate the kind words. I hope that, in many ways, even from here, people can get advice, listen, or at least change their mindset or open up their mind to accept different things. And there's more than one way to do this. And, so I appreciate it and congrats. I hope you fucking kill it. Let's see. Zivs. Yeah, took my kids to Snake Discovery last year, but definitely have Billy's place on the list. Yay! My husband travels to Canada for work occasionally, yeah. So just waiting for one of those trips to tag along. Yeah, you guys are always welcome, and I can't wait to meet both you and Robert. That'd be awesome. Okay, guys, we're going to start all over because Chad finally is here from hyperspace. Fucking Chad. I'm just waiting for, Shane Kelly to pop in and say first, but it's still 22 minutes. So we got to wait another half an hour or so before he pops in and goes first. My man, Shane Kelly from Small Town Exotics. Cisco. First clutch, got 5 healthy eggs, no slugs, first time mom. So I was super excited jumping around. Yes, he definitely will. And, I bet it's not going to be the last either. AGD Superior Reptiles. What's up? What's up? So Greg says, hey, Billy, cut a clutch over the weekend. One of the babies had crawled out of the egg and spazzed out. He tore his umbilical before completely absorbing the yolk. I estimate maybe 50% absorbed. Okay. I don't know why it spazzed out. So hopefully it just crawled out and maybe you looked at it and it took off, or I'm not sure. Maybe you scared it. I'm not sure. But I've had it where the umbilical cord has torn. And it leaves the sack. And I'll give a shout out to KG and D from Bomb Projects. Something I never did. So when you have a snake that's come out, okay, and it's still attached and there's still a lot of yolk left, what I used to do is just leave it. I would take the egg away, the shell, and I of course take the whether it was the egg crate or the hatch trays, and I would just let it move around on the vermiculite. So what Bomb Projects did, when they were here, they've come here a few times. He's like, hey, here's a little trick, because it happened to us when we were showing him, like, look at this, look at this, look at the ones we just cut. And he's like, oh, you want to see something cool? Hell yeah. So he goes, go get another container. So got a little container, filled it up with just a little bit of water. So not tons, but just a little bit where I'm going to say it just covers the bottom. So not like a 1/4 inch, like a 1/16, just a very, very fine layer. Took the egg and the umbilical cord that's attached to the snake, put it in. So now when the snake's moving, that water, that little bit of water will have a little bit of buoyancy, and it'll make the sack follow it around until it's ready to pop off. And when it's on something or in an egg and it's moving, well, that egg ain't really moving or rolling. Or if it's on vermiculite, it doesn't have a nice sliding clear, it's grinding, so it'll tear. So I actually did that when he was here. He showed me with an egg, and sure enough, he left. And a couple days later, fucking awesome. So there's something that you can do next time. But if you have it and it's torn, You can still go in and tie the umbilical cord closer and cut it. You know, and if it doesn't have some of that egg or the yolk absorbed, what you can do also, I've done this in the past, is you take like a syringe without the needle, you know, just a syringe, and you basically break the yolk, suck some of it in, and insert it through the mouth. So that way it gets something in its stomach. So hopefully that helps. Will's hella heat. What is up? What's going on? Oh, shit. Chad, 4 days from now, last year will mark the 1 year mark since you were here. Wow. It's been a year already, man. That's crazy. Yeah, it was a good time, man. Lots has changed since you've been here. You're going to go and go, what the fuck? But people say that every month. They come in and they're like, what the fuck did you do now? Everything's always changing. You'd be really surprised, my man. You show up and see what we've done and how things have totally changed around here. So awesome. So any advice? I think I gave you some. Hopefully, and if I didn't, you know, if you have any more questions about it, ask me below. But I think I answered it without even knowing. That's how I am. Losing weight, feeling great. Now that's a quote for the book. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to I think I've lost the weight I needed. You know, I haven't weighed. I'm going to have to weigh myself. So with about 5 weeks, I went down 5 weeks to 6 weeks. I lost 2 inches off my waist, went from a 38 to a 36, and I lost 9 pounds. I don't know now, but I'm also eating whatever I want. You know, I'm having my lunch and my dinner, and that's it. So I'm having 2 big meals, and I'll have maybe, so I've had a third meal some days, like, yeah, let me try it. Or Austin's like, I'm going here. I'm like, oh, cool. Let me get one of these burritos, or, you know, pulled pork loaded fries. Fuck yeah, get me a small one. You know, I'm not doing this because I have a bodybuilding competition. I'm doing this for my health. I'm doing this. And you know, I'm telling you, I look way better. People notice. I got more energy. I'm putting less crap in my body, and I got no crash on this stuff. So I love it. I swear I'm getting my parents on it. It's amazing. It's amazing for so many different things, for your sleep, energy, skin, you name it. Everyone that I've met that's been on it has had very great health results. You know, some people off high blood pressure pills, high cholesterol pills, you know, anxiety and depression. It helps, you know, because your body's actually doing things. Like I'm still trying to learn a lot about this stuff, but for me, I love what it does, and I'm so happy I got on it. So, but I'm definitely feeling great. That's one thing. I'm definitely feeling great. Oh, West Saskatchewan. Yeah, well, I'd want to go back home as fast as I could too if I was in Saskatchewan or Winnipeg. There's nothing really much to do there. But yeah, I hope you make it out this way, my man. My buddy wants to know, do you be buying Pokemon? I do, only high-end graded stuff. You know, I don't really, you know, do raw cards. So I would do trades for snakes as well, but it has to be something that, you know, higher end stuff for me. So, but I'd give you great value, you know, if you've got like 9.5 in Beckett BGS or 10s in PSA. And depending on the card, I'd even do some 9s. But anything that's older, not really the common stuff, I would definitely trade for sure. Let's see. So Adam asks, you doing any shows up in Canada, vendor or window shopper? I did one last month in April. I think it was about 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks ago? I think it was 2 weekends ago. Maybe 3. There's another one in May the 24th, I'm going to say, somewhere around that end of the month, in about 4 weeks. Or shit, maybe even 3 weeks. I don't know if I'm going to do that one. But I definitely go there. I definitely go and I walk around and, I say hi, pick up some stuff, do what I got to do. I may vend. I'm really not sure. But the one I know that I'm going to do is the CRBE in September. I'll be getting the dates for that soon. It's a 2 to 3 day event. And I'm also in August probably going to go out to the one in Alberta, the W RBE. So Well, cool. Batter up balls. Aaron says we will do a clutch reveal tomorrow. Awesome stuff. Nico. Hey man, what's going on? Bear says a little late. Had to get some eggs in the incubator. Clutch number 3. Awesome stuff, man. OD yellow belly pied. OD yellow belly leopard pied paired to both of my dreamsicle boys. OD dream and Enchi cinnamon dream. So sick. Super OD yellow belly leopard pied het labs, or even OD yellow belly leopard Enchi or cinnamon pied het lab, or a mix of each. You can get a Who's Your Daddy and have a split clutch with them. You love the cinnamon enchiladas, eh? Yeah, if I was in Texas, I'd be eating lots of enchiladas also. Enchiladas. Brian, how you doing, man? Legend in the house, Brian Gundy. All hail. How you doing, my man? Hope everything is well. Paul Nelson says hello from New Orleans. Mr. Gundy's in the house. Oh, Kurt says, just got a group of gargoyles. Looking forward to the new additions to add some variety. Awesome. Mr. Gundy's doing well. Fucking amazing to hear. Jordan from Socios Serpent. Pretty sure that's how he's. Socios? I'm going to say Socios. I probably butchered it. Sorry. But I do love the logo. It's pretty badass. Julia, how are you? Troy. Oh my God, look at you. What does that say? Banana daiquiri. Troy with his personal up. My man, what's going on? Florida born. In the house. How you doing with these, you and the wifey? I'll be talking to you probably tomorrow. I'll probably set it up for tomorrow. I just got to reach out after this. Eileen says, rant away, but the people that are actually informed about snakes know you're not doing anything wrong. It's all the uneducated Karens, that put out the hate. Not only that, not only uneducated, there's so many people that really believe there's only one way to do things. Sure, but there's not, but it is what it is. I'm allowed to say and think and believe in what I believe and how I feel and what I prefer, and guess what? You are also. And I'm not coming on here to tell you you're wrong or you should change or I'm going to just say, and this is what I like. This is what I do. This is why I do it. And and this is why I don't do this. And this is why I do that. And if you don't agree with me, that's fine. I'm not trying to push my agenda on you. I'm just telling you how I do things and giving you my opinion. And you can have a totally opposite one. I don't give a shit. But don't be trying to change my mind or, I'll listen, because I've learned a lot from people. Listen, or what did you do? Let me try that. And you see how I try stuff. Like I'm even trying right now I have probably 20 clutches with no substrate. What's it all? No sponges, no substrate, just water, tray, eggs. I'm going to try it out, see how it works. I've been using vermiculite 20 years. Never changed, never needed to. Well, guess what? It's a pain in the ass going to get it, especially when I go through like 8 bags, and then you have to clean it all up. You get all that little silvery fucking shiny shit all over the place. I'm going to try something different. And if I like it, I'll stick to it. And if I don't, I'll go back to the shiny shit and I'll just have it all over the place. But I like to try different things. SJS in the house. What's going on? Savage Critters up in this mofo. Sleepywood. What? Picking up my first clown tomorrow. And my most anticipated clutch ovulated last night. Fucking A. Love to hear it. Keep on doing it. I was going to say keep on trucking, but you're not driving a truck. Keep it rolling, baby. Royal Temptations in the house. Oh, shit. What's up, my man? Hunter's watching with me, and she says, hello, Billy. Well, hello, Hunter, right back. And thank you so much for the amazing piece of artwork you did for my birthday. I love it. It's actually, I think your dad took a picture and showed you. It's actually hanging up here. So, like always, I appreciate everything. And thank you once again. Next time you come, when Dad decides to bring you, like, what the hell, Dad? Go without me? Come on, Dad. So when you come next time, I'll show you it and show you what else we got going on here. And I hope you have an amazing season. My man Mark, Brotherhood, what's going on? Emmett says, how's it going? Pura Vida, love the mutation creation community and learning from all you guys. We put out a new video every Tuesday on our channel. If everyone wants to check us out, we appreciate it. Yeah, so is it on YouTube, Pura Vida Pythons? If it is, go give them a follow and or a subscribe or check out the video. So we put out a new video every Tuesday. Look at you put more videos out than I am on YouTube. Damn it. I got to stop slacking, but I got a lot of other things coming and Patreon is stepping up its game. I got a lot of almost like a course that's coming to learn more aspects instead of just the breeding. Like, I got a great team and a lot of ideas, and finally, working with people to help get what's in here onto a demonstration paper that's not, into words on a graph or a chart or on a demonstration that makes sense, and I'm not losing people. And I think we're going to accomplish it. So I'm really happy with it. Whoa. 9 eggs, super pastel yellow belly times Mojave asphalt, not one freeway. You're 1 in 4 to hit a freeway. 9 eggs, none? Are you sure the super pastel is a yellow belly? And are you sure the Mojave is an asphalt? You could miss, but I mean, hey. Look who's here. Graceful Pythons. How are you? Hello, Billy, and all you beautiful chat people. Look at you. So nice. Merging Morphs. What is going on? Look at everybody coming on in. 122. Amazing people in the house. Let me change the hit the like button, do all that other good stuff. Subscribe if you want. And I am going to go for cocoa. We usually do the orange, so I'm going to put the black, which is the small. Awesome stuff. I love it. Glad to be the North American distributor and have an awesome bunch of distributors throughout Canada and the US selling an amazing product, and not only selling it, using it and loving it, because I know my snakes love it. They haven't told me, but I'm pretty sure they like it. So let's see. Pythonosaur, another Canadian. Has anyone ever had a female that was locking, switched to fighting the male, instantly once paired? Happened twice now. Once this winter and now this past weekend. She switched genders on me and laugh out loud. I've had, and I know because they're proven, I've had a proven breeder male and I can see the peens, the hemipenes when they come out when I pop it. And to a proven breeder female that's laid eggs, not, oh, it was sold to me as a female. Oh, I popped it and it's a female. No, it actually is giving me eggs, and I have put, but it's so rare. I think it's happened 3 to 5 times in 1,000 pairings. That so anytime that I've had them fight, I've looked and I'm like, fuck, it's a male. Both are males. Damn it, I'm such an idiot. I should have checked. And it does happen, right? We're human. We make mistakes. I assume it was, or, I didn't bother, sexing it at the time, and I raise it up, and sure enough, it's a male. But I've actually had a proven breeder male with a proven breeder female, and they have fought, but it's very, very rare. So I'm not sure on that one. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Very good question. I don't fucking know yet, but no. So, incubating with just, look at this guy. So if he's going to do that, how's he going to do it afterwards? Amazing question. And it has popped into my head, like, okay, how are we going to do this? So, I think I'm going to try to, like I said, I've never done this. So I'm going to try it a few ways. Once we cut the eggs, we're going to put them back in the tray. I'm going to drain the water because it's been in there for 60 days, 55 days, whatever, while they were incubating. I'm going to give it a quick rinse and then put maybe a fine little layer in. So if the snakes do get out, they're going to be on the water. Very fine amount just to keep the humidity up. Or I'm going to actually have another tub, or like I said, cut them, put them on the tray, take the tub, wash it out, put some cocoa down, and then now take the eggs and put them in the cocoa without the tray. I'm going to try a few different things and see how I like and how I think the snakes respond, or don't know yet, but I have a few different options. I'm going to probably try each and see which one I like. But awesome. Great question. Great question. City Limit. What's going on? I am doing great. Thanks. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, merging. Look at this. Remember? Got married March. Didn't I make the comment like, you're joking. Is this April Fool's? Remember? But no, he got married. I remember. That's awesome. Hope all is well. Look at this. Upstate New York morphs. Billy, let's go. Go for Coco, baby. I love it. I really do. Sleepywood. Oh, that's interesting. I never thought of syringe feeding yolk to the hatchlings. Oh, great. That's awesome. I'm glad you're learning. Yeah, and that's something that I'm like, wow, someone, I'm not sure where I got that from, but this was probably, I want to say 8+ years ago, I'm like, wow. And then someone told me, it's like, oh, I don't know how I had the conversation but they're like, have you ever done this? I'm like, yeah, no, I haven't. I've never done it. I just sort of leave it and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, try this. And I'm like, cool. So just one more weapon in the arsenal, Greg says, that's what I did with it. My concern is nutrition for the animal. It's okay. I still have the yolk. I'll try it. Okay, cool. Yeah. So you just got to make sure that the yolk is fresh and there's no bacteria in it or stuff. But usually if you see it and or there's a knot in the umbilical cord and you can't get it out, like sometimes they move around and they do it. And next thing you know, you have the snake umbilical cord, a huge knot into the sack, and you're looking and there's no way you can untie that knot. It ain't going to absorb any, and moving it around isn't going to do anything. So then you would tie it off, you cut it, and then I would use the yolk with a syringe and give some to the hatchling to get something in it. So, my God, they found my car that was stolen in Dallas at the NRBC. Someone stole it, changed the VIN and sold it to someone else. Fucking unreal. Wow, man, that's so crazy. I remember reading these like, oh yes, someone on my Patreon, in one of the chats says, hey man, be careful. Somebody got their car stolen. Sure enough, it was you. Wow, that's fucking nuts, man. The fucking world today. I don't know. Look at this. Rising Phoenix Reptiles. Jamie, what's up? Patrick in the house. P&P Exotics. What's going on, my man? Ball Python Chronicles. Look at everyone popping in. Raymark. Hi, Billy. Hope everyone's having a great start to the week. Let's see. Ben is in the house. Look at that. Listen to her. Give this man some love and smash that like button. Thank you so much. Massey says next show's May 26th. So we're probably looking 4 weeks from now. Thank you, my man. I knew it was the 20th something, but 26th, which is always a Sunday. Cold-blooded clowns. Look at you. That's awesome. Thanks for popping in. Scotia Serpent's in the house. Hey. Gerald's in the house. Look at this. What's going on? Looking good. And hello, everyone. Thank you, my man. Thanks for popping in. Hugh. What's going on? Hope you guys are doing awesome. Having a great night. Mystery Morphs just picked up 10 bricks of Gopher Cocoa from Florida Born Exotics. My man Alex at the Kissimmee Repticon yesterday. Best betting hands down. Awesome. It's funny because, and I've been there. I'm happy. It's like me being with ARS racking for so many years. I've had ARS since, I'm going to say 2007, 2008. I was probably one of the first to import into Canada, but that long ago. So speaking of ARS, bam, ARS. I have had the racks, love them, still love them to this day. Different, quality's getting better. The tub, the design, the new racks, they keep innovating. It's awesome. I did not. No. I don't want Freedom Breeder. No, I got these. I gave them a shot. So as you know, my adult room is all Freedom Breeder. Everything else is ARS. And I gave them a shot. Now there are things that I like there's one rack that I really like. That the perfect size. It's great for females. It's great for breeder males. I love it. Freedom ARS doesn't have a tub size like it. So, Freedom Breeder for the win. The pull-out tables that you can pull half and half, where ARS had, I don't know if they still do, but they had the big one. I like the half and half. But ARS, I wasn't going to say, you know what? I love it so much. There's nothing that can touch it. There's nothing better. It's the best. And just have that, those blinders on and never give an opportunity. So I gave Freedom Breeder a try. I still prefer ARS. I'm still an ARS person, but there are some things and racks and sizes and stuff that I like on the Freedom Breeder. But the pros and the cons on the ARS far outweigh. Plus the preference. I have a preference. Other people are like, I've used everything. So I'm not biased. I've used garbage cocoa. That's $10 a block. That you can call it cocoa or you can call it garbage, whatever, but it's cheap. I've used Reptichip, skids of it. I've used cocoa blocks, skids of it. Sorry, skid of Reptichip, skids of cocoa blocks. And I've gone through probably a container over the last 5 years that I've been using Gopher Cocoa. And there is a big difference. But people are sitting there going, no, I'm happy with the Reptichip. And you may be. But you can't say, oh, Rep the Chip is so much better if you've never tried anything else. You know, like I can say to me, ARS is better because I've got fucking 14 racks. Sorry, 4 and 9. I've got 13 racks, 10 feet, 9.5 feet high. So those 13 are probably close to 17 or 18 racks that I've had and I've used for now, what, 3 years, 4 years? So now I can give an unbiased saying, hey, I have both. I've utilized them. I've done so much. I prefer ARS over Freedom Breeder. Nothing wrong with either, but that's my preference because I've tried it. For me to say, oh, Freedom Breeder is no good. Well, do you have any? No. Well, then how the fuck can you say it's not good? You know, if you've never tried it. So that's one of the reasons why I like to try different things so that when people ask, I can give a fair opinion. But just because it's my opinion doesn't mean you're going to have the same feeling or whatever. But so many people, Rep the Chip, the biggest around. Great company, great cause, JT, awesome, you know, does so much for the community also. Fucking incredible. But when it comes down to it, in my opinion, I've used 200 blocks of it. Go for Cocoa does better things for what I want in Cocoa. That's it. And you know, better than Cocoa blocks and everything that's out there. So just my opinion. But when people have used it and they try it and they're like, holy shit, there is a big difference. There really is. It's not like, it's really the same, just a different fucking different label on it. It's not the same. I can guarantee that. So, Angel, what is going on? Hope all is well. So, use that for 2 years, sponge and water. Yeah. I know Chris and Nick from the Reptile Ward went to sponges years ago. They swear by it. I've never done it. I'm like, well, why go get the sponge when I can just use water? Let me try it this way. I may just get some sponges and try it out, but we will see. Hey, Billy, how is the different temps in the Wimp Incubator? We didn't, you know. Austin thought, you know, if you do higher, you're going to get more. And no, you know, you can't sex ratio ball pythons. You really can't. So if you believe you can, keep doing what you're doing. But with many breeders with 20 plus years of experience, with hundreds and hundreds of clutches over each year, it's not. So I like water only, easiest. I'm switching to the water beads instead of water. Cool. I've heard of the water beads too. We were talking about that on the Patreon, and they're very cheap and inexpensive, but I think I'm just going to do the water. I don't want to have the media. I just want to water, boom, done, leave them alone, take them out, and we'll figure it out. Exotic A1 Pets. We're also trying to clutch with the water tray eggs method, but we're using those light crate trays to suspend the eggs. Yeah, so I'm just using the Easy Hatch, Dragon Hatch trays. So, pretty sure vermiculite and perlite are carcinogenic. Probably. You know, Emmett says, what's up from Cincinnati, Ohio? Definitely not good to breathe. So I'm like this when I'm taking the scoops out. Just, that's how I am, you know. And then I get them and I sift them, add the water. But yeah, it's one of the things that I'm trying to avoid. More storage, more cost, more cleaning, more work, you know. Savage critters, they assume a lot. I had a guy jump on me for using coil UVB on animals that need 12% UVB, had leopard geckos and a ball python and skunk geckos, which actually require UVB. So you had somebody jumping on you, I guess, because you weren't doing it their way. I don't know. Yeah, I actually got a Sims container, or it's not Sims, but it's a big. I'll take a picture of it, and I'm gonna start posting more on Instagram too. There's a lot of shit I got to do, but I'm gonna start doing a lot more. Like I might like even do a daily vlog post, or at least once a week, if not daily, on Patreon. You know, just hey guys, what do you think of this? What kind of method you use? You know, or something. I want to be more active in it. And the Patreon family is growing, and I just love the whole community we have, and the help, and the support, and the love, and it's family, man. I mean, it's awesome, and we're all there to learn. We're all there to help each other, and it's needed. I know personally, a lot of people reach out and have sent me messages saying, "Hey, this has helped them so much," because they were able, not even snake related, just stuff that's going on in life, and you feel like you can talk to our group, and it's uplifting, and it's fucking incredible, and I love it. Odds Gods, another Canadian. What's going on, my man? So good tip, listening and learning. Awesome, man. Hope all is well. So my friend hashed his eggs just with just water and a couple pieces of PVC cut. Put the light diffuser, I guess, to raise it up, and hatch his eggs that way for years. Yep. So, so the Orbeez, that's what they're called, the water things. The Orbeez work too, but it's still a waste of money. Yeah. I haven't tried it, but I'm just trying to do it where, I don't have a media. If I do have something, I don't like the water because it splashes or something, I'm going to get a sponge, but I don't even think you need it, but we'll see. Also loving Gopher Cocoa. Only the best for the upcoming hatchlings. Look at this, man. Awesome. Everyone on lunch break. Awesome. Low Life's in the house. So when we start doing expos, I'd like to start working with Gopher Cocoa and be a retailer. Yeah, just reach out to Gopher Cocoa Canada. So go for Canada, Cocoa Canada, one word, at gmail.com. And we'll send you what's needed and the permits that you have to. We get all the permits, but you need to have I guess, an import number, which we help you apply. It's a one-time fee that we help process for you, and then you're good to go. What's the snake's pronouns? Oh my God. Learn something every time. Virgil, awesome. I'm glad you do. My man, Michael, another Canadian. Canadians all over the place tonight. Love it. Males will lock each other on a rare occasion. I have pics of males locked. I have had that I've known once. And I actually put, as at my other facility, Austin did the pairings. And, oh my God, they're locked. We take pictures of the locks. And then, a month later, we put the same male in with the female. And I shouldn't say male, because the male was a male. The female wasn't a female. But first time we put them in, no fighting, nothing. Actually got a picture of them locked. 30 days later, we put them back in to the female, and bam, 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 bam. What the hell? It's like, open it up, like, calm down, guys, calm down. Close it. Bam, 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 thrashing. Like, what the hell? We grab it. The male, female, it's a male. Oh my God. And crazy. But the month before, no fighting, an actual lock. So Mike's 100% on the money. Yeah. So I bet you, I even on my older phone, I bet you I even have, and I know that the animal, and I bet you I can go and find a picture of the two males locking, just like you have. It's crazy. So crazy. Cold-blooded says tray on top of sponges works well. Sleepywood says, I like the egg and cocoa idea. Definitely will look better for pics as they're coming out. I was thinking on damp paper towels, but the eggs will roll. Yeah, and the damp paper towel, after a while, I mean, it really stinks. Like it's just, oof. At least the cocoa will absorb stuff. They're not on anything damp. So I'm going to try it out. Like, everyone has a certain way to do it. I'm trying it out. It's new to me, right? So Dwight the Pie Man says damp paper towels work well after cutting. I've never done it, so we'll see. But I like the cocoa. I got it. I'm going to put it down and just a nice little layer and have them there. And, let's see. So Picture Perfect says, have you seen how American Made Exotics does his egg box? He does water only. Cool. No, I'll take a look. But awesome. So Robert Wade, just checked out your Patreon. I love your top tier. I have to ask, any takers on it? My haters. No, I haven't had anybody willing to go in at the hater level, but it is comical. It is pretty good. So if you want a good little chuckle, go to my Patreon, look under the different tiers, and if you go to my top tier, even above the mentorship, you can see the haters and what you get for the being at that level. you can't not include everybody. You got to include the haters too, So, hey, Jay Slithers in the house. What's up? Oh shit, Key's in the house. What's going on? How goes it, Billy? And what up, chat? Hope all is well. So Bear, my man from Red Onion Reptiles, says, love ARS, only snake racks I've ever used. Yeah. I, for so long, and you keep hearing things, there are some great things about Freedom Breeder. And, but for me personally, what I like and everything else, and I just prefer ARS, but there are some great things. Like I said, the one rack, the size of the tubs, there's different things. There's pros and cons to each, but I'm an ARS guy, Sleepywood, love supporting Brian at ARS. I really hope ARS adds new features in the future. They're working on it always. So, Tammy, looks like no G-stripe this year. A slug and an egg without veins and one large egg that she's not passing. Ugh. I know you've talked about this before, but how long do you typically wait before a vet trip? So I have a female right now with probably 7 or 8 eggs. They've been in there, she passed 3 infertile eggs about a month ago. Still sitting with 7, but now we're giving her bath, massaging her. So now instead of being up here, they're almost down. I've actually had them expel, 6-7 weeks later. But if you feel that you want to bring it into a vet to see what's going on, then do so. I don't want to say don't go to a vet and something like. I don't know what's going on. There could be a lot of different reasons why they're not passing. The oviduct could be twisted, or an egg could be. I'm not 100% sure. I've had female pass, and the eggs at this point won't be viable. They'll come out and they'll be nasty and wet and blech. But I just wait. And I believe Bear actually, hold on. Bear says just wait. So I've actually, I believe it was Bear that said, because, don't feed. So I have her there, and, it's been a month or so since she's passed the 3 non-viable ones, waiting for, and you can see the bulge, but now the bulge is closer to the end. I did offer her a small rat. She didn't take it, but I'm going to do it again tomorrow. So last week she didn't, I'm going to, or 2 weeks ago she didn't. I'm going to try another one now because Bear, I'm pretty sure it was you, Bear. He said that, and in the past, if she's got eggs and she's not passing, I don't want to feed her. And, I never have. And I believe it was Bear said, and a few other people said, yeah, I've thrown in a small rat because, and she's eating it. And then sure enough, a couple weeks later, she's passed the eggs. Oh, cool. And pooped. So I'm pretty sure it was you, Bear. If so, please confirm. But if you feel uncomfortable or think something's going on, please bring it in to a vet. So my man Andrew says, I have all Freedom Breeder racks, but I'm going to try ARS for the Mini 130. I love that rack. What the hell? Why is that still on? How did that pop up? There we go. I'm going to go back here. Go back here. Going to go back here. Go for Coco since we're talking about it. And where was I? Sleepy Wood. I'm so happy they came out with the Easy Hybrid and Mini 130 before I got my racks for my hatchlings. I love them. Snake X from Minnesota in the house. What's going on? Scott from Morph Magic here as well. Let's see. How much water do I put in? So when I put the tray in, okay, the tray has legs and then it goes. So I basically put it to the bottom. So I fill it up to the legs until it hits the bottom of the egg tray. Oh, Sleepywood says, yeah. So enough so it doesn't touch the egg. Right. And just add more water if you know the level dropping. And that's the thing. You can look and see the water level all the time. It's pretty great. I really like it. So it's on Amazon in Canada, not in the US, but if you can reach out to Alex from Florida Born in Florida, he ships. You can also reach out to Jersey Balls. I believe quite a few of the distributors actually ship. So, or, hopefully you're at an area at a local show where our distributors are actually bringing it there and selling. So we are getting more distributors and it is growing. I got another container that should be here. So we're continuing to grow. And it's awesome. Endless Morphs. What's going on? So, here's something new. Will's Hella Heat says, I did the Orbeez for bad shed, and my snake got an RI the following week, so never again. Cool. I mean, that's awesome. Let's see. Oh, Jeremy, what's going on? Bod's Exotics, BER in the house. What's going on? Vermiculite till I die. Same here, Brian Gundy. He's been doing it longer than all of us. I want to change. At least try something new. I like trying new things. Doesn't mean I'm going to stick with it. I've done it for 3 ARS racks. So I had 210, I guess, test subjects where I didn't use any belly or back heat, just ambient. And then another 2 racks of 140 animals with belly heat from the ARS. And no difference. They ate. They did everything the same. They grew the same. I'm breeding the animals this very same year, and I did that for a full year with 200 plus animals and noticed no difference between belly heat, back heat, or just ambient. So I have the racks. They have the heat panels. I use them. But if I didn't have to, or decided not to, I know it's fine. But I didn't really notice the difference. So, I can save a little bit of power. I got them there, so I decided to use it. But if I decided not to use it, they'd still be fine. Oh, egg bound for over 8 weeks, and she ate like nothing was wrong. So there you go. So I'm just at the 4 week. This will be the 5th week since she's passed the not 3 non-viable eggs, and just waiting. So, but thank God, they're you can see them from the midsection now. They're coming out. So, wouldn't water only cause too much condensation on the tublets, causing more droplets of water? I don't think so. I mean, I don't know because I've never done it, but you're still putting the same amount of water in. The water's still going to be going in. I'm not sure. I'd have to look, but so far I'm looking, and they're looking great. Montana Mike, what's going on? Let's see. Oh, there you go. Bear says, I like the idea of putting eggs on cocoa after cutting. Yeah, like I said, I'm in new territory, so I'm going to try it. And you think about it, you know, in the wild, they come right out on the substrate that's there. You know, they don't come out on paper towel or on an egg tray. In the wild, they come out and they're on a substance, you know, sand, dirt, you know, whatever. I'm going to try it. I've seen other people do it. I'm not incubating with that substrate, but once I cut them and the incubation's done and I cut them, now I'm going to put them on there. When they do crawl out, they're going to be on the substrate that they're going to be on for their whole life with me here, you know, and the majority of people that are in this industry. So, let's see. Oh, cool, man. Yeah, just like let us know. We're always looking at different and growing and stuff like that. So definitely reach out, man. Oh my God, I'm actually caught up. This is like a first. Ripping through, answering questions. You know, wow. Look at this. Look at that. I'm just like, oh, I'm all, you know, since Billy caught up to the chat, it's Gecko Show and Tell Time. No, not yet. They're all actually, they were all fed yesterday. And I did pull some eggs. My daughter found some eggs last night and also today. Some more chihuahuas, which is awesome. Robert Wade. Yeah, that's how it usually is. You know, 100 people watching and only 60 likes. Let's boost it, guys. So what you have to do is if you're in the chat, you got to get out of the chat, go to it, hit the like, and then get back into the chat. My man Ron, BBM in the house. What's going on? So that's what I usually do. So I usually leave them on the vermiculite until the whole clutch is out, and then I wait for them to shed on it as well. I'm going to try something different, you know. So Wiz says, I have incubated with cocoa, works good. Yeah, I don't want to. I want to have just the water. That's why I'm trying it, and then if it is so, then I can you know, use a different tub with cocoa, and you know, that way I can differentiate between. I don't know, like it's new. This is a new, and I might not even like it and say fuck this. I'm going back to the old way. I'm going to go back to hit that like button. I'm going to switch this back to Husbandry Pro. Got to try this, man. If you haven't, try it. It's another thing I love. Proud to be a part of. Pythonosaur. If the Leafs have a bad showing tomorrow, they're going to break up the band. Last game was tough to watch. Yes. Yeah, I believe Marner's going to probably go, which sucks because I really like him. But, you know, he's the only one that hasn't signed. So, don't know. Who knows? But, yeah, I mean, the Leafs got to win the next 3. We lose one more game, we're out. I'm still a Leaf fan, but it has been hard to watch. It really has. Sleepywood says, Wiz might not be a problem for Go for Cocoa, but my old Kobo would mold if it's damp for a week. Yeah. So, Serpent Labs. Are there any restrictions on U.S. resellers of Gopher Cocoa to sell on U.S. Amazon? Asking since no one is currently. So we actually have it here in Canada, but it's sort of tough. I'm going to look into it more. So I don't think you'd have to talk to my partner on that, which would be Trevor. I don't know if we've talked about it, but I mean it's such a headache with the fees and the shipping and it's probably best. And one thing here, I know in Canada, if we want to use them to basically drop ship, we've got to supply skids to every single distribution warehouse. So if they have 30 distribution warehouses, I've got to put a skid. I mean, you're talking $60, $70, $80,000 in inventory just sitting. And if one goes down, I got to send them more because they do the packing or the drop shipping or whatever. It's expensive. So I haven't really looked at that. So, if you start doing Amazon and, you sell 50 a day and then 50 the next day, and you only have a skid of 200, well, guess what? You're sold out in 4 days. And then if you have a product and there's repercussions if you don't get something out in time and there's penalties. And I really don't know much about it. For me, being the distributor here in Canada, I bring it to shows. People come and pick it up. I don't ship it at all here in Canada. You either go to a show and see me there or you pick it up here. I haven't really had an issue. There's some decent markup, but I'm not going to be sitting there and spending 10 hours a day packing, cocoa to make $100 or $200. Like it's not worth my time. But for me, it's worth it for me to have it at a great cost to use for my animals and all my animals. Even behind me, you see the cocoa on the top with the mixed soil underneath. I got the cocoa on top. I use it everywhere. I'm just glad I get to use it for my animals. And if people are around and they pick it up, I make a little bit of profit. But, I don't want to be selling, 200 blocks a day and doing this and working around. And that's just not for me. I'm too busy doing other things, so, we will see. Ray and Charles, what's going on? Hope all is well. Haven't heard from you guys in a bit. So hope everything's good with everybody in the fam. And 8:19, man. It's just time's flying. Caught up. What the fuck's going on? But besides that, just working away, getting stuff done here. Friday, we have the top two tiers meeting for Patreon. And I have this thing that was made. We're going to test it and get the groups sort of census on it, like what they think about it and how we can tweak it or make it better. And then maybe next week or the week after, I have this big presentation that's done. And I have an awesome team that's helping me develop and put all of our ideas together on paper. So, people can watch it. And it's about, knowing your cost, your break even, your margins, things that people don't understand or think is going to affect the bottom line. Oh, I breed my own rats. So I don't have to pay for rats. You might not have to pay for rats, but you're fucking paying for rats. Like there's a cost to everything you do. And even your time, I breed in my house. So, I don't have to pay hydro and I don't have to pay rent. Well, you should be taking some of that because your hydro has gone up. So you should be able to write some of your hydro off, a room in your house, especially if you're doing this as a business. You should have a hourly wage to pay yourself. in there to have a general idea of where you are. Because if you keep growing and you think that, oh, I'm making this kind of money, soon as you add rent, soon as you add rodents or time and cost for rodents, your time, help, hydro, space, all this other stuff, you're losing money. So, we have a spreadsheet that you actually go, how many males do I have? How many females? How many of those animals you think I'm going to breed? 75% of those, if I have 40 females, let's say 75 produce. Okay, 75, which will be 30 females, 6 eggs, we average, it's all done. So you just type in the numbers and it populates everything. Oh, I break even at, 250 animals, but I only produced 180. Shit, I'm not breaking even. So year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, it puts in a cost, your hourly wage, or if you're paying yourself, or you should be, we're going to take them all out and then say, okay, now what happens if something happens where, God forbid, you get in an accident and you're bedridden for 6 months. You're going to have to pay somebody to come on in. Or, oh my God, my job's transferred me somewhere for 6 months or 3 months, and who's going to run my collection? You're going to have to pay someone. You should have a cost at that. Little things like how much you pay for your rats, for adults and for your hatchlings. And it also calculates how many you have, and it puts all the cost in. You're racking how much time you actually put in per week of your animal, right? Like, do you take 5 minutes or 10 minutes a week for your animal to do a spot clean, to take pictures, to weigh it, to ultrasound it, to feed it? How long do you actually spend per animal a week? You type that number in, tells you your cost, tells you everything. People are going to realize, like, wow, I didn't know, because you have 50 animals. And if your average animal is $1,000, it's going to spit out an average cost of those hatchlings with all those costs. Now you have the same animals that are 3 times the cost. Well, now your break even is a lot sooner. You make money sooner, because your cost, your fixed costs don't change. And this is another thing too. So, hey, let's play some numbers. So people that have 50 animals and they paid on an average of $200 a piece, they're not going to break even for 7 years or longer. Well, how do you figure? Look, yeah, but I don't do this. And then you don't value your time, and then don't write anything off. Great. When you keep growing and now you need to do all this, you're going to even lose more money. But now you type in, well, hey, if I have these same animals, instead of having them at 200, let me put them at 1,000. Holy shit, is it ever in my favor? And now you raise them to now you're buying $2,000 animals as an average. Holy shit, everything is better. And this is a good teaching tool to see where you are now and how to cut cost and know where you're moving and moving ahead. Oh, maybe I should buy a building. Maybe I should get into this and get invest into this or do this. You just type the numbers in and say, well, fuck, you know what? It's not a good idea. It's going to be able to make future planning, purchasing, knowing where you are, what you need. And there's so many other things to this as well. So I'm excited. I'm really excited because the breeder 1, 2, 3 and how to get into recessives on a budget. Holy fuck, those demonstrations, people watched it, learned, knew where they were, knew what they wanted, knew how to do it, and they started doing it. And believe me, it's in your best interest to do something like that. So, Jason, 100%. The best one that I hear is, well, I hear this one, both are the same. Oh, I don't have a cost for rats. I breed my own. Okay, so how did you get what are the rats in? Oh, they're in tubs. And okay, did you make them? How much did it cost you? And the time to make them. There's a cost. The water lines or the water bottles. Okay, how long does it, and then you had to pay for those rodents. There's a cost. Okay. The bedding, the food, the seeds, the eggs, the whatever you feed is a fucking weekly cost or a monthly cost, because You're not getting fucking free food, free Missouri. You're not getting fucking, even your water probably costs you something. There's a utility bill that comes. You're going through that much water, you're paying for it. Or if you use bottled water or spring water that you're paying, it's a cost to it. All that food, all that seed, all that bedding, never mind all that fucking time. Believe me, there's a cost. If you don't want to apply it, cool. I made $8,000 in sales. Great. What did you spend on the rat food? $5,000. Okay. You didn't make $8,000. You made $3,000. And for all that work, you make $3,000 putting 40 hours a week in? Holy fuck. I'd rather go work at McDonald's and bring in $10,000 at the end of the year, working 1/10 of the time. I want people to understand where they are and how to look at this. People are on my Patreon to turn their hobby into a business, or to one day, you need a plan. You need to understand where you are and how to do it. And that's what we're doing. Good evening, Sandra. How are you? Charlie, what's going on? Hope you and the family are well. I agree. Let's see. Hope everyone's having a great season. Look at you, Scott. Thank you so much. Rodent restaurant. There's definitely a cost to growing rodents. I spend more time with the rats than do with the snakes. I agree. So depending where you are. So I have a large collection. We spend a good amount of time. I haven't really figured out the exact dialed in, but I almost have it. But I know what my costs are for food a month, for seed, for bedding. I know the amount of time that I put in, even not only the cleaning day, topping up the food, once or twice a week. We got that down to a time. Also, I fill the water buckets up twice a week. Okay. So I'm getting all that. So I know here's my cost and here's what we're doing. So, hey, each one of these rodents with my time cost me $2 per rodent times, the 3,000 rodents that we're doing, or less, or what have you. But I will have an actual number, right? Because, there's also people that doing all this, and then they're selling rodents to people. Well, how do you know you're making a profit? Oh, I just got $600. But if it's costing you $700 to produce that $600, you're losing money. No, I'm not. Oh my God. Same thing with the snakes. It's not what you produce or how many you produce. It's where's your profit, your break-even point. And I'm going to teach this to everybody because you need to do this in business. Go to a bank and say, hey, I'd like to borrow some money. Well, what's your investment? What do you got? What are your carrying costs? Oh, I don't know. All I know is I do this. I love it. I spend all this time after work and on the weekends. I have no life. I put all this time in. I don't pay myself, but I do shows and sometimes I have a good show, but at the end of the year, I might make $20,000. Cool. How much does it cost you to make that 20 grand? Oh, I have no idea. They're going to fucking say bye, because most people, and like I was saying with the rats, oh, I went to the show. I made $2,000. I killed it today. I made $2,000 profit. No, you didn't. You brought in $2,000. It's not profit. Out of that $2,000, you got to pay for your table. Okay. What about the banner behind you? What about the cloths? The signage, the displays, the lights. You got to include that, even though it gets, depreciated expense over time. There's still a cost to it. Plus the animals. Those animals weren't free. There's a cost to the animal. If you spent $80 feeding it, cleaning it, the time to get it so where you can put it in a deli container or a display to sell it, plus the bag it went in or the deli container it goes home in, that's a cost. You got to add that up. Your gas, your fuel. What happens if you stay the night? If it's a 2-day show and you're not local? That $2,000 you take home isn't profit, people. It could have cost you $2,400 to make that $2,000. You don't even fucking know that. I'm going to teach you this. It's important for your future, for your business, for your growth. And if you're losing money doing it the way you're doing by typing everything in, go, holy fuck, I'm actually losing money. Then why you keep adding more money doing it wrong? If you see this, and once I explain this and you see it and you can type in the numbers and change stuff, you're going to go, holy shit, this is where I need to be. And I'm going to teach you this. I have awesome people helping me with this, designing the mentality, the knowledge, the trying to get all of our ideas down so that it makes sense. And there's going to be so many things that there's going to be other modules to it, because we're just going to do it where, hey, you buy animals, here's the cost, here's this, you punch this in, here it is. Your first year breeding is year 3. You could go to year 2. But what happens if year 2 you don't breed anything because they're not ready, or you're just unexperienced, you don't have an ultrasound? Year 3. If you want to change it to year 2, cool, right? But we're also using, and I'll get into this on Patreon, the whole thing where you produce, everything you produce, you sell. Because that'll give you, hey, if I'm making this and this is my cost and I sell everything and I get cash in, where am I at the end of the year? Usually the break even is year 3 or 4. Okay. But if you don't sell everything, okay, and you hold stuff back and then you do sell stuff and then reinvest in other stuff, you see it year 4, year 6, year whatever. You see how you exponentially grow. And I'll get into that as well. You're building a business. You don't just do something, do it, and holy fuck, I'm in business. It takes time. You've got to build for it. I'm going to teach you, and you're going to see this with numbers, and everyone can type in their own numbers. Numbers don't lie. It's going to tell you where you are and how you're doing it. Okay. So I'm happy. I mean, this is something I want to teach you guys to know where you're at, what you're doing, how to do it, so you're successful. Breeding rodent is cheaper, but at all costs. I went that route to be able to sell rats to drive cash flow. It takes a lot of time doing it right, though, 100%. And I know you're building a business, and yes, you can put your time in, but you still should factor in to understand that, hey, I'm putting in this time. There should be a value. And you take the value away and see where you are, and then you add a value, go, holy fuck, even if I pay myself $5 an hour, holy fuck, that's like this much time a year. Holy Christ. Like, wow. You're undervaluing yourself. You're undervaluing your time. Your time is worth money. And if you're building this with no time, no expenses, no rat feed, no electricity, no space, and you keep growing, well, guess what? If you don't know where you're at and then you start adding, oh, now I got to buy some rodents, or I got to expand, I got to get a place, I got to add staff, I got to pay myself, you're going to be fucking shocked as fuck going, holy Christ, I thought I was making money. You're not. So anyways, so I'll produce around 600 ASF a month, and it costs me $150 a month for food and bedding and treats. Okay. What about your time? How much does it cost you? And where do you got those 600 ASFs? There's a cost to that, So here, there's about $40,000 worth of racking and tubs and equipment, water lines, et cetera, et cetera. There's probably, for that, there's probably another $10,000 in Freedom Breeder holdback, grow outs. Okay. So there's 40,000 plus in equipment. Okay. Plus the rodents that were started off. We're producing 2,000-3,000 a week, every week, holding back food, this, I'm probably around, 2,500 a month, to produce 10 to 12,000 rodents a month. Not including my time, but it's definitely better than me spending 12 to 15,000 a month and giving it to someone else. So, my man, Lorenzo, Jersey balls. I'm a full-time rat breeder, part-time snake breeder. Yeah. Rat breeding keeps snake breeding a hobby. Sure does. Eric, Quebec Reptiles. Um, Hello, friend. Thanks a lot for making a switch from paper to go for cocoa. From me and my girlfriend, awesome. I'm glad they came up and they grabbed, I think, 50 bales, uh, blocks. And I'm glad you're using it because it keeps down the odor. It's hardly any dust, if it dust at all. The way it is, the way it's just awesome. So I'm glad that you got her done. I'm happy for you both, and I appreciate it. What's this? Sleeping with Rodent Restaurant. Absolutely love the logo. I didn't even look at it. Oh, man. That is pretty badass. Look at that. Look at that. There you go. Awesome stuff. Can I steal that? Full-time rodent breeder, part-time ball python breeder. That's awesome. So Charlie says, when first starting, it didn't make any sense based on my hour to breed rodents. Did the math on cost to produce rodents, and I knew what number of snakes that story flips. When we got close to that number, started ASFs. If you know your cost and this, and I want to teach you this so you understand it, whether you want to use all the numbers or all the little things but there's a cost to everything. And if you understand it, now you can start tweaking things and changing things and better understanding where you are and how to get to where you need to go. So, K-Dub Vlog says, hey, MER ball pythons tapping in from Kitchener, Ontario, Canada. Awesome. Another Canadian. Thanks for popping in. So Jason, I would love some insight on how bigger operations ensure, factor, and depreciate the actual snakes. Yeah, so, I can't insure my snakes. I can insure the facility, any injuries, any slips and falls, equipment. Livestock, it's very, very hard. I don't know if anybody else, does that or can do it. But the depreciation it's there, right? Just value. If I bought an animal for $5,000 and 3 years later, I look on Morph Market and it's $2,000. Well, there's $3,000 that I can depreciate, or, that's what the accountant does, I need to switch to cocoa. The stuff I've been using, won't name it, has been complete trash, doesn't even absorb water and still molts. Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, it does suck. There's some products out there like, I pay this much. Yeah, but what do you get for that dollar value? And Go for Cocoa is out there with the premium. It's the same price as the premium cocoa. Whatever rep the chip and cocoa block sells for, we're there or very close to it. But in my opinion, it is a more superior product. If you don't want dust, and if you want easy break, if you want stuff that absorbs water over and over and over, that expands more than the others, that doesn't have mold issues, there's no chemical smell. There's been a bunch of independent people that have done tests on it, and we're doing pretty fucking awesome. It's an amazing product. That's all I can say. Holy God, look who's here. Evening, everyone. Evening, Billy. Thanks for stopping in my live yesterday. Yeah, no problem. When I go on and I actually can, I see it. I actually try to, chime in when I can before a phone call or someone calls me, hey, man, Billy, I need you at the back, or, what have you. So I'm glad to pop in. Go for Cocoa is the very best, in my opinion. I agree with you there. I ain't gonna, but, best thing, and I say, is if you tried others, try this one. Don't take my word for it or Upstate's or anyone else's. Try it and see. And if it's not for you and it's just, hey, you know what? I like the little bit of the dust. I don't know. but I like the two different sizes, the coverage, the the small goes from 8 mil to 16 mil, and the large goes from 14 to 24, I believe, or 22 mil. So it's not just big chunk and small chunk. There's a big mix. It's a nice little range. I love it. I just love the product. I love the branding. It's so simple. Black is small, orange is large. It breaks down. It's phenomenal. So, Pete, yeah, I remember when you tried it and you messaged me like, hey, Bill, I'm going to give it a try. Love Gopher Cocoa. Been using it for about a year now. Hit up Jersey Ball, Lorenzo for your U.S. orders. Yep. I know he ships. I know Alex from Florida Born, ships. And I'm telling you, you try it. What's the worst? I don't like it. I like the other stuff better. Cool. It's still going to use a purpose. You're not going to do it and go, oh my God, this is fucking garbage. It's like, I would not stand behind a product that is garbage, but you might like where, the small thin chunk, or the sand, or the little mitsy, the granular stuff. You might like that. I end up putting it in and mix it in here. I used to sift it. Remember, I had the sifter from Freedom Breeder. I used to sift all my cocoa, rep the chip and cocoa blocks, and whatever was left, I would put into big totes. And I had 8 solid big totes. I actually have one. Oh, fuck. Anyways, I have a tote right there, so that when I actually add more stuff in, or I do any other bioactive, I use the tote because I still have some of that left. From 4 years ago. Gopher Cocoa, I sold the shaker. I don't use it. There's no shit that shakes out of it. You can break it down, add water, break it down without the water. You might get a spoonful of crumbs or cocoa dust. Man, not handfuls or ounces and ounces of it. So, just my opinion. Try it. But I was giving the dust to my wife for the isopod tubs. Yeah, you can definitely repurpose it in many different ways. I like to, in all my bioactives with all the geckos, I use a organic soil that we get. It's fully organic. And then I mix that with the cocoa fiber, the little strings, the little line pieces with the sand and the dust, or whatever you want to call it, soil, and then I mix it in. And then once I sort of grind it in, I put some more of the organic on top so that it's inside the soil. And then I put some more on top, and then I put some small cocoa on top. That's why you can sort of see the different layers, right? And that's the cocoa, and that's the cocoa dust and the fibers mixed with the organic soil. And then on top, I put the cocoa. So when I do spray, a lot of the cocoa gets wet on the top. And if anything goes down, the isopods, because everyone has isopods and springtails, every single one in here. So, even this guy, soil, and then I've got all the mix, and then on top is cocoa, small cocoa, and then of course I got leaf litter and other things like that, and some bark for the isopods. So, but I would rather know if I need to get soil, or not soil, fine cocoa fiber. I'd rather go buy it for that purpose than have to buy cocoa for another purpose, sift it out. You know what I mean? And like I said, I have stuff still from 4 years. I haven't used anything but Gopher Cocoa now for 4 years. And I still have fucking half a tub, a big fucking, I don't know what the size is, of the sand still from 4 fucking years ago. And look at all the containers I have, like Drake's container, the Fiji iguanas, like Man, I never thought, and I even sold some to people. I'm so glad. I mean, if I wanted, I'll just go buy a bag of Reptisoil or whatever it's called, that I can utilize. If I need something for that, I'll go buy it. But my cocoa that I want for my snakes, I want it to be cocoa and nice chunky fiber that absorbs, doesn't mold. That's just what I want. It's not too much to ask, right? Blue Tongue Morphs, how you doing? What's going on? Blues in the house. But yeah, so I'll put this up now. I mean, thanks for being a part of the show. I'm going to put the Husbandry Pro, and I'm going to change the banner to US ARC. And we'll continue to chat for a little bit. We still got I want to at least go to 9 o'clock, guys, But besides that, I can't wait to, do a test run with my top 2 tiers for this new spreadsheet. I mean, I've been playing around with it. It's really helpful. And then once we tweak it out, either next week or the week after, I will announce the big presentation, and you guys can, come on and watch. And actually, you'll get the presentation, and I'll go over it while you guys watch, and I'll take questions just like here. And then you'll have the PDFs, so you can print them off or just take them and actually have the presentation, or you can just come and watch it because it'll be recorded and you can watch it over and over. And you also have access to download the spreadsheet, so you can actually type in your numbers and use it as a tool. So I'm really excited. Oh, wicked. Just got my Husbandry Pro shirt from Nashville. Awesome. Sick. My first ever pairing. It was either het albino to het albino. At the time, het pied to het pied. Those would have been my first. Then my pastel male, I paid $6,000 for a pastel male. That went to some of my normals and some of my het pied and het albinos to make 50%, because that's all I had back in the day. But yeah, it's crazy. And those het pieds as babies, I bought it $2,500 US each. And the albinos, het albino females, I paid $1,500 each. Crazy. Back in the day, baby. That's how it was. Back in the day when you were buying breeder normals, females, for $1 a gram. Yes, that's what I said. So if you got a 3,200 gram female, you paid 3,200 Canadian for her. That's what it was. And then you put it in your rack, and then a couple days later it poops, and now it's only 3,100. You lost $100 in poop. But craziness. But I just I appreciate all you guys coming in on your Monday and spend a couple hours. I'm glad I get to answer some questions and I love the networking and the positivity, seeing people putting the time in and getting results, questions that people ask, I know there's a lot of people, oh, that's a good idea. Didn't know that. That's a great idea. And I'm always learning. I'm always trying new things so that I can say, hey, I did this and I did this and I did this. I prefer this, Kurtwood, sorry, not Kurtwood, Sleepywood. Hey man, what are you going to do? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, good question. I've thought about it, but I haven't done it yet. So I don't know, but I've got maybe 20 days or so to figure it out, find a couple methods that works. So, I've took shits that were worth $100. Too much info, Bear. Too much info. Oh my God. My first Mojave cost me $7,500. Mine were around the $4,000 or $5,000 mark when I got into them. Let's see. I bought my first pied male at $12,500 or $13,500 for a piebald male. Yeah, crazy. Your first clown cost you 12. Wow. My first freeway male cost me 15,000. You know? So crazy. But yeah, I mean, just thinking back in the day. But, people are like, wow, $12,000 for a clown, that's crazy. Well, that was probably 15 years plus ago. How many animals do you still have today from that lineage? How much money have you made off that $12,000 investment? It's not what you have now and what you make this year. It's over the long term. And that's why on this spreadsheet in this presentation, we're doing 5 years. Look, this is your total in 5 years. If you start going to 6, 7, 8, especially if you're holding stuff back and adding, you exponentially grow. Numbers don't lie, but you got to know what fucking your numbers are. So, love hearing about the old days. This is my first year making this a business. Amazing. And there's certain things that you should be doing. And that's why on the Patreon, I'm getting into the business end. If you have and you're using a part of your house, you can write some of it off against your business. You can write off some of the hydro, some of your phone, some of your clothing, everything that you use to build, buy, produce, feed rodents, even your time, you can bill and use against your profits. Like, you got to learn how to do this, guys. But most importantly, that's what an accountant's for. I want you to understand that when, I don't pay for rodents, I make it's pure profit because I breed my own rodents. It's not pure fucking profit. There's a cost to it. And if you're going to spend 20, 30, 40 hours a week in your business because you love it and not make and make $1, how are you ever going to turn this into a thriving business? Especially if you don't know where you are, where your bottom line is, where your profit is. Let's just go. I'm just going to keep adding money from my other job. I got my tax return. Let's keep putting it in. If your ship is sinking, I don't give a fuck what you do. It's going to keep sinking. You got to get off that fucking boat on a proper boat and know how to keep the boat so it doesn't start sinking. Or that might be a stupid example, but I don't know. I just need people to understand where they're at. And when you type in the numbers, oh my God, But anyway, Stan, how you doing, my man? Late to the party, but you made it. Yeah, we're going to have another 5-6 minutes. Bear, I know my numbers. Sometimes I wish I didn't. 100%, but if you look and you forecast, you can see where you're going to be. If you have no fucking idea, I'm doing great. No, you're not. Or you could be. Don't get me wrong, but I see a lot of people's collections and how big it is, and I can sort of see, okay, what they can make and what they can average, and you're losing time and money, people, and I don't want to see that. My man Ed, thank you so much. You're amazing. Keep it up. We'll see you soon, and appreciate all the love and support, and hope you learn something, even a little bit every time you watch, man. Awesome. I'm doing okay at work, listening and getting educated. Awesome. Appreciate all the kind words, guys. So what do you think the potential of the Monsoon pied? Do you think you can get its pattern back with coat humps? It has tons of pattern. The only pattern, so Austin hit 3 of them. They're 70% covered. The only other person that's made a Monsoon pie just has the head. Okay. I think it's going to be pies. Come on. I have pies that are 70-80% pies, and I beat them together and I get pies with just the head or one little saddle and a tip on the tail. It's a very polymorphic trait. So all the ones Austin has, tons of pattern, 70% pattern. But unfortunately, he has pastel in it, which sort of takes away the pattern in Monsoon. But when you add leopard to pastel in Monsoon, holy fuck, it's incredible. So you should see a lot of the Monsoon pies. Like, I think we got between Austin and I want to say 30, 40, 50 pairings. Or Monsoon pied, 10, 20, maybe 20, 25. But we should have about 50 Monsoon pairings this year. So it's all about keeping your overhead down. Yeah. But when you don't know that time, space, hydro, everything else is part of your overhead, you're already failing yourself. You need to know your costs. Boat analogies. I'm trying, Blake. Come on, bro. Oh, man, thanks, brother. Another Canadian in the house. Holy shit, look at this. Pico. What's going on? Lindsay in the house. Hope all is well. I'm glad to see you popping up more now. You were like a ghost. We call you Casper. Casper the ghost. But no, I'm glad you came, and I hope all is well. Thank you, Upstate. Appreciate it. Watching from the Philippines. What would be a good project for Sunset Pin? Thanks. Stay safe. The only thing I really like in Sunset, like you're seeing a lot more Sunset combos now that are actually, wow, okay. Now, I can see some potential in it where, it's just people putting the work in. I love Ultramel in Sunset. I would say Lavender's another good one. Hypo as well in the mix. But Ultramel Sunset is my favorite so far. And it's not just because of the Ultramel. It's because I look at the animal and go, wow, there we go. Look at the coloration. Look at the vibrancy. All is well. Good. That's awesome. So it's good to see you back. ODYB Black Pastel Hypo Sunset. ODYB Black. I don't know if the Black Pastel will. I don't know. I'd have to see it. I don't know if it's been made, but that's the thing. I can't really wrap my head around the Sunset stuff because I haven't really paid attention to a lot of the reactions. It's just like, I don't like that one, don't like that one. But when you start adding and layering, that's where you get your true creativity and the artistic and bring out the colors, and something will intensify and complement the color enhancement or the change or the pattern, etc. So almost a minute to wait till 9. So like always, thank you so much for popping in and killing some time with me, and hopefully I answer some questions, and you've learned something, or I don't know, got you through cleaning rodents, driving, working, earbud in, listening while you're working. I don't know. But Robert Wade says, have a good night, Billy. As always, I'm leaving with more knowledge than I started with. Awesome. And I appreciate that. Like, I hope I do answer some questions. And even if you're not the one asking the questions, I mean, it's good to sometimes just listen to what other people have. And it's like, oh my God, is that a thing? I didn't even know that. That's cool. You can learn something without even asking the question, just by listening and keeping an open mind. And that's what I think is awesome. Later, Bear. See you on fucking Friday, my man. Same thing with you, Craig, and all my other Patreon top 2 tiers, my fam. Keith of Hack says, thanks for everything you do for this world. You are amazing. I appreciate it. I just someone that loves doing what I do. I have a lot of experience. I say what I say. I stand behind what I say. I want to see people do well. And I see so many people trying to go from here to here and not have all the steps to get there. You're going to fucking fail. And I don't want to see it because I've been there. It sucks. You know, and if you don't, 2 things we don't have enough of: time and fucking money. And if you're fucking wasting it, doing it wrong, and you spend 2-3 years, you're going to fucking wish, you know, and, oh, I wish I knew that earlier. Oh, if I knew that, I wouldn't have done it. That's what I'm trying to be here for, to save you from all those stupid, well, fuck, if I knew that, I wouldn't have did it. Oh, fuck, if I knew that, I would have done this. Well, yeah, I'm trying to help any way I can. And you know what? My Patreon's been 4 years up and running, and it's great. And you know, it's amazing. I love it. The networking, the community. It's awesome, man. The support, it's awesome. And I thank each and every one of you that's on it, whether you're on it now and left or came back, or, you know, that are new to it. You know, it's not for everybody, but guess what? I definitely know I put a lot of time and effort in, and I want to see people do fucking well. And that's why I'm putting in the work and doing what I do. But I appreciate y'all. Thank you for your time as well, everybody here watching. I mean, your time's as valuable as mine. So, you know, don't forget that. People don't value your time. I give you my time, but you're giving me yours as well. And I appreciate that shit. You know, don't think your time is fucking free. And don't think putting all your time and your rats and your snakes free. You need to put a fucking price tag to it, because it's a commodity, your time. That's why people pay you to work. Because would you go work, you know, put the amount of time in your rats and your collection and everything you do in this hobby that you don't pay yourself for, you do it for free. Would you do that for someone else at your own job? Fuck no. So then why are you doing it here? Trying to teach you guys. So let's see. Have a good night. Thanks, H&B. The Pie Man says same thing. Brian, Blake, Crystal, you're very welcome. So Nicholas says, gotcha. I think I only saw the pastel monsoon pie. I need to go through your video again on it. Thank you for the insight. Yeah, so I'll get Austin. Maybe we are going to start doing some videos. We just have so much things going on and restructuring around here. And, you know, there's a lot of cool things coming. You know, and, you know, I will say I've been putting a lot more time in my Patreon than YouTube. Obviously, I've had no videos. I'm not going to lie. I am, because it's my favorite platform. You know, I everything I'm doing is for the people on there. And, you know, I will be putting content on here, but I have other things in order. And you know, I got to, you know, put them in sort of, you know, where they belong. And I attack them in that order. Not always in that order, but I try. But I know that, you know, with Austin, you know, maybe we should go over and do a, you know, a video on the Monsoon, how they've aged and blah, blah, blah. Maybe some of the pairings we're doing, because it's fucking interesting. We got quite a bit. So maybe we will. Let's see. Look at this. Endless. Good night. Fred, my man. Get later. Snake Nerds. Yes. Top 2 tiers, baby. Thanks for popping in, Pete. Always nice seeing you. H&B. Graceful. Thank you. I appreciate you. Man, Ray and Charles. Hope all is well. Herb collectors. Hey. Got to prioritize for sure. Yeah, and you try. Doesn't mean you're going to follow it. But, you know, you try the best you can. But sometimes it's like, you know. But if you're doing the bottom shit, not like, no, you got to prioritize. So we are very lucky as new people to have so much to work with. 100%. Later, Paul, Emmett, awesome. Good night, everyone. Good night, Brian. Thank you and everybody for your time. And see you next Monday. And yeah, be good. Here's my outro. And we will see you next Monday. And to my Patreon fam, we'll see you soon.
My channel. My channel. My content. My channel, my content. My channel, my content.
Have an amazing evening and a great rest of the week, and keep doing what you're doing. And thanks again, guys. Later.